This is really another thing that you can decide yourself. It depends on only your luck. No matter how capable you are for your job, there is still a high risk that you cannot get anything at the end.
Like many international students studying in the U.S., Shiran Li, an electrical engineering student at Columbia University, is struggling to find a full-time job in America.
For us international students, we're requiring an H-1B visa, and it's highly unlikely for many of the companies to employ an international student in the very entry-level job.
Under current law, the government can only issue 85,000 H-1B working visas each year, 65,000 to highly skilled private sector workers, such as engineers and computer programmers, and 20,000 to those with advanced graduate degrees from U.S. universities.
So the H-1B visa system is a quite old system that we use. So employers apply on April 1st, and it's on first-come, first-served basis.
However, in recent years, this number has been growing. In the past 3 years, the number of applications have exceeded the number of available visas. This year, the cap was reached within 5 business days, resulting in a lottery system to allocate the visas.
It is complete random. So I think that is the problem with our H-1B visa system now. It doesn't align with any economic needs. It's really based on a first-come, first-served basis. It's a lot of uncertainty for businesses because it's hard for them to plan.
Besides uncertainty for employers and applicants, Joseph Valdi, an economics professor from NYU's Stern School of Business, feels this first-come, first-served system fails to measure the actual talent of each individual worker.
We don't have a means of signaling which are the rarest workers with the most skills to be added and things like that. We're just weighing everybody equally, and that's simpler to do administratively, but less efficient economically.
He also argues that current visa restrictions, while potentially impacting the long-term competitiveness of the United States, also imposes a high economic cost on the country.
But the knock-on effects of these workers for the rest of the U.S. economy is pretty large. These are our most cutting-edge companies, often with the highest value added. They're the most competitive sectors in the U.S. economy. These are sectors that tend to be ones that export goods and services to the rest of the world as well.
But the real challenge for the H-1B visa system may well lie in the quest for balance between education and employment, as American universities continue to attract students like Shiran and companies battle for talent.
We live in a very global economy, but yet we still have a visa system, immigration system that is old. It doesn't take into account that we're the number one destination of foreign students in the world. And so I think that we're going to have a high demand for American education by foreign students. We're going to have a lot of demand by companies for these skills that foreign students or even foreigners abroad happen to be studying. And I think that we need that some reforms. But at the same time, we also need to figure out how do we prepare our U.S. workforce so that we don't have to only rely on foreign-born workers.
Sophie Jiang, Financial Times, New York City.